Welcome back. It's Nine, and today we are going to be talking about Game of the Year and the category and the contenders and all sorts of stuff happening here with the Game Awards as they were revealed today. It's an interesting lineup of games that got chosen or nominated for this category. Personally, feel like there is a major missing one. I would even argue there are two major missing ones, but of course, you know, the jury is made up of I don't know who, but man, we need a new jury. Based on this selection, we need a new jury. But let's get into it. I want to talk to you guys about these games that are showing up. So, Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. All right, let's get into this. Why am I just a little bit salty about what games are missing? Number one, the game that I personally feel is Game of the Year so far, based on everything that's come out, is Returnal. How Returnal is missing from this list is shocking, especially when you look at how many categories it actually shows up in. You think, well, that's strange. Why isn't it in the Game of the Year category? So for me personally, I feel like that is a huge miss, and I don't know what the jury was smoking, but it is what it is. I personally feel the studio was ambitious. They did something that, they'd never done before. They took chances. They were successful in their risks and chances, and it landed them a acquisition by Sony. So I feel like they won on so many fronts that, it's almost weird that all of a sudden that we're not even going to look at this as a contender for Game of the Year, just in the quality of the game, if we're not even going to talk about everything that occurred after the release of the game. But then I look at another missing game. And this one's a little bit, some people might feel a type of way about this one, but Forza Horizon 5, okay? It's a racer, yeah, absolutely. It's going to end up winning Best Sports Game, as it almost always does every single year when they release one. And I feel like, why doesn't it get a chance at Game of the Year, right? Like, it's a quality game, rated probably one of the best rated games this year based off Metacritic, if I'm not mistaken. And yet, it doesn't make it on this list. So it feels a little weird that we're not considering two major games. One of them, sure, maybe I just feel is the best game this year. But then Forza Horizon 5 being that it is the highest rated game this year. And it's not just me saying that. It's a lot of critics are saying that. So it seems strange that these two games are missing. Now, when it comes to the games that I feel that personally don't even belong on this list, like that I feel Returnal should have replaced and that I feel Forza Horizon 5 should have replaced, I feel like Deathloop shouldn't be on this list. I mean, again, my opinion, Deathloop I feel like is an okay game at best. It's not even a good game in my opinion. And Psychonauts 2 doesn't belong on this list either. I feel like Forza Horizon 5 should have replaced that as well. And then we would have, Returnal, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, fair enough. Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village. I knew that Village would be on this list. I knew Ratchet and Clank would be on this list. And after hearing the glowing reviews of Metroid Dread, I had a feeling that would be on the list as well. But I didn't anticipate Deathloop. That one I really didn't. So that's a shocker to me that showed up. But ultimately, it is what it is. This list is the way it is. There's no two ways about it. This is what we're voting on, right? And if I'm going to be voting on the games listed here, I'm going to go with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And I understand that the first comment will probably be, oh, well, you enjoy PlayStation platforms, so therefore you're going to pick a PlayStation exclusive. But my second pick would have actually been Resident Evil Village. Deathloop just does, like, to me, Deathloop wasn't it. It Takes Two, I didn't even play that, so I can't say much about that. Metroid Dread did not play that either. So those two games maybe would have skewed the way I feel, but It Takes Two just doesn't, it's not even the type of game that I would play. Metroid Dread, I just didn't get around to it, playing all types of other games. And I kind of have to be in a specific mood for some games. And Metroid Dread would not have been a game that I would have been in the mood to play. So ultimately, where do I sit? It's Ratchet and Clank. And then Resident Evil Village would be a second place. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much how I feel about the Game Awards and their nominations. It's odd to me that these are the nominated games. But again, I feel like this is one of those things that kind of always happens. Every single year, there'll be the odd game that doesn't get voted in or nominated. And it's like, almost like, what? How does that even make sense? And then there are some games that make it there and they don't even end up winning. And you're like, wait, how does that make sense? But there jury is broad. There's a lot of different people here that are a part of the jury. And actually, let's take a quick look at that. As you guys can see, the US, look at all these places. The UK, globally, there's a lot. So the jury is pretty big. In my opinion, I mean, I don't mean to say that they don't know what they're talking about, but we need a new jury. This is crazy. Returnal not on this list, and then on top of that, you don't even have Forza Horizon 5. That's crazy to me. I don't know. A game, how high do you have to be rated till you can be taken seriously? That's the thing, right? Or till you can win a Game of the Year award or even be nominated for a Game of the Year award. It's nuts to me. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think deserves Game of the Year based on the list that they've given us? And also, what would you feel should have been nominated that didn't get nominated for Game of the Year? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.